What's up, ladies and gentlemen? ChuckfinleLP Play Sonic Unleashed Part 19. We are here at Apatos, and this won't be the wrap-up video just yet. This will be the first of two videos that I will do before the final wrap-up video for Sonic Unleashed, because I'm going to show off some of the things that just won't fit in the wrap-up video on top of the other stuff I show off, like the options and then some of the other features in there. I'll show off the art book, the sound recorder, the sounds and everything. Just some of those things that won't quite fit right with the video. So first off, this video will focus around the exorcisms. There are 12 total exorcisms. 2 I have already done. The first one is story related, that we do in Spagonia, where the professor's lab assistant falls prey to Dark Gaia and is dancing with Amy. If you remember, that is the first time that Amy sees Sonic in his werehog form. And the other one is for the medical student Charles in Empire City, that you can see in Part 11. I already did him before, but the other 10 I haven't done, and we will start off with the Elder. I'll make sure that I haven't done him. You look, well, you have quite a frightening visage. Not that it matters whether it is a monster, an evil spirit, or even you. You can all do whatever you please. Go wild. With the world in a mess, the planet splitting, what really matters. Okay, so I was just trying to make sure that I hadn't done him before. So to exercise somebody, all you have to do is just go up to them and take a picture. Then Chip, or Light Gaia, whichever you want to call him, will take a picture of that person, and if they need to be exorcised, then you will go into an exorcism battle. Or if not, then well, I really don't know what will happen, but we can always, go and look at it. So you can see here, to start off, there are a bunch of little Rexes. You definitely want to try and buff yourself up power-wise. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's a shame, all that wasted Chaos experience. But you can kind of see just what you have to do. I guess it wouldn't really help all that much, but they will increase in difficulty as you go along. This is actually these classified as the third mission that we can do. All of the exorcisms are unlocked after you complete certain tasks. Well, something is different. That creepy sense of a dark presence is gone. However, we cannot claim victory just yet. They could be lurking in the area still. Nevertheless, I am too afraid to go in search of them myself. You saved Elder Gregorios. Probably butchered his name there, but so you can see the ice cream man. We obviously have to take a picture of him. He is actually classified as the second one we can do, but some of them are activated after you do certain things, like the Ice Cream Man and the Elder Gregorios. You can only exercise them after you've completed the first one, because that is when we have access to the Uncanny Camera, and they are only available to us then. Now, you're not score does not matter while doing this. The only thing why I would suggest using the critical attack for is just to try to gain a little bit more chaos experience. Now, if you do have trouble with them, as I have, you may not be so inclined to do so. You may not want to try, especially with some of the bigger battles as we go along. As I said before, that we will actually get into tougher battles. If you remember, if you've been following my series, or my Let's Play through this, if you remember with the medical student Charles, that was a pretty hard one. I believe we even had to face a Titan. Well, as you go along, you will face bigger, tougher, and stronger enemies. Now you can see, while that had nightmares, just the regular nightmares, it only had 15 Dark Gaia minions that you had to fight. What am I doing? I've got things to do. I have to prepare the ice cream. The world is waiting. So he's become happy, and we have exercised the ice cream vendor And you can see this girl here. She is part of a mission. I'll go ahead and take her picture. I believe I talked to her in part 12, I believe is what it was. Part 12 or 13, I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I'm not going to worry too much with her now outside of just exercising her. She's actually part of a mission that we have to do, and I will get into the missions in part 20. Right now, as I said before, this is just I'm focusing on the exorcisms in this video. But anyway, so you can kind of tell what these are. Obviously, the exorcisms are only at night, so if you don't like the werehog, you're not, and you just, you don't like his things, well, you're not going to be able to do the exorcisms, sadly. And I kind of touched on it with the during the credits, and I didn't do that good of a job, and I will talk more about the game and its features in the wrap-up video. I was actually pretty displeased with the way I talked about the game during the credits, but there's nothing I can really do about it right now. I've already done it, but I will just try to make sure that I talk more about it later. Okay, so in this instance, I would definitely say, just since you do have some deep nightmares, to go ahead and focus on just trying to kill everything you can. We do also have a time limit, so you do have to be very careful and watch and be mindful of the time limit. And I believe there is a master over there, an electric master. I can hear one, but I thought I might have seen it. Oh, okay. I think it actually may be a cure master, because this guy, deep nightmare here looks like he's being healed. So you may actually want to try it. If you don't actually go after the cure master, you may want to try and go ahead and heal him. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go after that cure master really quickly. Yep, there he is. Remember to use your aerial attacks. They will definitely help you out. Now, I haven't unlocked any new moves yet to talk about, and I will try to at least talk about them. I may not show off every move in the game, but I will at least talk about them and how many chaos bars it takes to acquire each move. But you can kind of tell the tone of this battle. This is actually classified as the third exorcism, but you won't be able to do this one until you actually unlock Shamar. So this is actually pretty far down the list, especially since we're dealing with Deep Nightmare, something you don't really deal with all that much in the game up until Spagonia. I believe that is the first section where we actually face a Deep Nightmare, the first nighttime level. So if you, it doesn't really matter how they're classified. You can pretty much if once you beat the game, you can do them in any order you want to. Obviously, you may want to try. Well, I was going to say you may want to try and go from the easiest to the hardest, but it may be more challenging to go from the hardest to the easiest, and may be more fun to some people. Personally, I would suggest try to go for the middle. Try to do all the ones about 6 through 9 should be the middle ground. About 5 through 9 should be about the middle. Well, I guess 5 through 8 should be about the middle ground. What happened? I feel refreshed and my body feels a lot lighter. I'd better get home quick. I really want to see my brother. Let's see, my hometown is always warm and sunny. If I keep moving toward the warm air, I should be home in no time. So that is Samar and her brother. We didn't talk to him, but he does actually ask you to go and look for her. Let's see, that should be all the ones in Apatos. Yep. Alright, okay, so our next goal, our next area is Spagonia, but yeah, so I neglected to talk to him, and I neglected to talk to a lot of people, but I want to kind of save those mission-orientated characters, and I didn't really want to talk to mission-orientated characters until after, during the wrap-up video or one of these extra videos that I will actually put time towards doing and talk about. There are some people that some of the NPC storylines, that don't affect the story and you cannot actually change or help with, that will just progress on as you go through the game. So that kind of gives you a sense of how the game is moving, which is a nice touch. I'm glad they added that, even though I don't much care for stories or NPC stories. That is still a pretty nice touch. So let me see, Barbara. I believe this is the woman over here. I might have done her already as well. Oh, hello. How about a gym for your girlfriend? I can get you. Okay, so I guess I already did her. What was her name? Okay, Ada. Alright, so she is actually classified as the 6th, 5th or 6th. And Barbara. Where is Barbara? Yeah, that's not Barbara. It's a waiter. I don't believe her name is Barbara. Boy, am I busy. Today I have to get eggs, sugar, flour, soap, a toothbrush, and oh, and what was the last thing? Meat. Grandma will be mad if I forget anything. Sorry, can't talk. Gotta go. Bye. Okay, so you can see the businessman storyline hasn't Wait, where'd she go? Okay, I guess if you talk to her, you lose the businessman. But if you may have noticed, he wasn't there. He may have already left, but that is actually a mission. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so where is Barbara? I don't believe it was the... Could be the old woman. I'll go and give that a try. I guess I should have actually researched these people, the individual people, before actually looking for them. Oh, hey, have you seen my granddaughter? That kid should have been home a while ago. She's nothing but worry. So obviously it isn't her. Well, I guess you could just go around and take pictures of people. That's not her. Yeah, let's see. I'll go ahead and take a picture of a random person and see what happens. This one's not possessed by Dark Gaia. That means we just wasted a flash. Oh, crap. I didn't think that actually wasted a flash. Just remember to, if you do want to refill your flashes, just... Okay, so that's Barbara, the old woman there. But, just to refill your flashes, go and talk to Professor Pickle, and he'll refill your flashes for you. You know, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Just, you know, talk to him and then leave, and that should be done pretty easily. So you can see we have 50 enemies to kill in 40 minutes. You do want to be careful while using the critical attack. It does take time away from it. You know, it does take extra time to do, even if you don't mess it up. Especially once you get to a high enough power level, you can just focus on killing the enemies with your brute strength. And that's why this is also a good time to level up pretty much well, not everything, but just strength and the combat, you know, the moves list. Try to level those up as much as possible. And I was gonna say, I should have opened it already. She is actually classified as the 5th or 4th, 4th or 5th, depending on how you actually start doing all this. And she is, Barbara and Ida are one of the 4 earliest, so I guess you could say, I guess you could classify it as the 4th, because you don't unlock Samar until after you complete, I believe it's complete, well no, all you have to do is just actually unlock, excuse me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, she is the, you could just talk to her after you unlock Shamar. So you shouldn't have to worry about her needing to talk to her. But you can see this is definitely focuses on frights a little bit more. A few electric masters here, at least 2 electric masters here, which will always give you trouble. Any aerial enemies usually will give you the most trouble, especially these electric masters. So you definitely want to try to focus on them first. I believe you can actually, yeah, I was gonna say you can actually use them to latch onto. So if you need to try to get into the air and be able to kill them that way, but they do hover close enough to the ground that you can actually attack them like this. And I definitely suggest go ahead and, if you do have it available to you, go ahead and use the critical attack on any flying enemy that you can, because you can always kill them a lot faster that way. And always make sure to collect your chaos experience. You don't want to let that go. And you can see you can actually make them cancel their attack by attacking them, so that's always useful. You do gain several aerial attacks by... Oh dear. Okay, I was thinking to say. I thought it counted immediately. You will gain more aerial attacks as you upgrade your combat. So, you don't have to worry about that. This should be the last level. I think actually unlocking or getting through all the way to level 30 should be the last one that we have to do. And so there are only 2 in Spagonia, while there are 3 in Apatos, 1 in Missouri, 1 in Holoska, 1 in Chunnan. Yes. What's going on? You seem awfully serious. How am I? Oh, I suppose I can't complain. Actually, I'm feeling even more refreshed than usual. I wonder why. You saved Barbara. 1 in Chunnan, 1 in Shamar, 1 in Empire City, and 1 in Jungle Joyride. So, you can see the old man is now happy. I won't talk to him because I believe they are a mission-specific set of characters. But we are out of flashes. So I will have to go to Shamar, and I'll go ahead and do the Shamar. Well, let me see. I've already completed 6, and I've still got 6 to go. You can actually unlock 6 flashes for you to use, but you have to give the professor all of the souvenirs, so it may not be all that bad of an idea to go ahead and give him the souvenirs now before going out and doing this. While there are only 12 exorcisms, 11 because the first one is story related, you still don't want to focus too much. You don't want to waste time doing something like this. And I believe that is Samar's brother. Let me see. I wonder where my sister went. She took off without saying where she was going. She has me worried sick. She might be lost again or worse. So Safi is her brother. Is Samar's brother. And it's not. I guess obviously it isn't a mission specific thing, but you just have to talk to Samar whenever you see her in different continents. And then you can talk to her then. Okay, so I have to talk to the professor. He will continuously say, talk to Tails to go to your last location. I was going to say you better recharge my flashes. So actually, I believe I will save the Shamar one for last because I will have to go here anyway. So I will go ahead and do the Missouri, Holoska, Chunnan, Empire City, and Jungle Joyride ones first, skipping the Shamar one, which is classified as level 10. I would like to try to keep them in order, but it's not all that important to really do all that much. Keeping them in order, it's not really easier to do keeping them in order, but it just kind of makes you progress through it. It kind of, it'll give you the easiest. You go from easy to hard if you do it from the first one to the 12th one, which isn't necessarily easy per se, but it will give you an easier time in the short run. So you can see there is Samar. I won't talk to her now. I'll wait till part 20. There's the businessman. I hate to talk to him now. I'm not going to. I don't guess. I have to look for Kwame. Where did he go? Aha, here we go. So you can see he's... Hey. What's the matter, Sonic, old pal? Why the scary face? I mean, sure, it's the end of the world and all. That just means we have to enjoy the time we have left. Okay. So just take a picture of him. And he is classified as level 7. Well, yeah, I'll just I'll just read them as I have them classified here. He may actually be classified as level 6, but you know, to me he's level 7. So anyway, you can see not too difficult enemy-wise, but the electric masters definitely make this a lot harder, and I suggest going after them first. That will definitely help you out in the long run. Trying to go after them. The the deep nightmares definitely will be something you want to look out for. Just break out your best moves, as I continuously say. That will definitely help you out. Take time to not only mind your life gauge, but also to collect all of the experience points you have around, because you don't want to waste any, like I did with Gregorios. And really, the best thing you can do is just try to get to the middle of a group of enemies. You know, even in individual levels. This is something I just recently learned or figured out. But you can just get into a group of enemies and just attack them, and you shouldn't have any trouble with it. Now, to cancel out one of these slow motion sections while you are doing an aerial attack, just keep hitting buttons pretty much, and you should cancel it out pretty easily. The problem with these lower enemies, about like 15 enemies, is that the clock is shorter, and if you do have a lot harder enemies, that is something you do have to look out for. So you do want to be careful. Always find the clock. That is definitely something that will help you out. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, you don't have to worry about medals. There isn't any sun, moon, or any kind of collectibles in these exorcism battles, so you shouldn't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about that. The evil spirits are departing. Thank you, Sonic. You've saved us all. Okay, so that's Kwame saved. I don't see how close he is to the exit. That ain't that far. I can go ahead and hop over here. Probably about the same time it'd take me to save it or not save it, but hit pause and leave like that. That is actually a good way to leave an area quickly if you need to. I've said it before, but it is actually pretty helpful. So now we have to go to Holoska. Holoska's up here. Holoska definitely is somewhere you don't visit all that often. It's kind of like Apatos. I guess Missouri as well, but it just seems like you visit that area a lot more than any other, than both Apatos and Phonics. Phonics, would you mind listening to an old man's woes? When I proposed to my wife all those years ago, I promised her I would do a certain special thing for our 50th anniversary. The only problem is I can't remember what it was. And your 50th anniversary. Okay, so this is mission. Oh, never mind then. Okay, so that is a mission. I guess I've already done him. Wow. I guess I had to. Well, I guess I thought I had to. You don't actually have to talk to the village elders to figure out where you need to go. Here, so that's Jari Pika and Holoska. He's classified as level 8. We do have to go to Chunan though. We don't actually see him. He's kind of pushed off to the side. This guy that we have to exercise now, so we'll go ahead and do him. He is classified as level 9. Suifon. He is behind the village elder and the 2 children. To the right by the bridge, and I'll go ahead and I'll show him off, obviously, but just take a right here. He's kind of pushed off here to the side. but you can see the hot dog vendors over there. I will be doing those in the wrap-up video. Hi-ya. I am the world's greatest Kung Fu master, the one, the unparalleled Sui Fong, the Iron Fist. I'll take on anyone. Give me your best shot. Why-ya. Alright, so we'll take a picture of him. And you can see they do say different things when you actually hit them, or when you take their picture. I've been kind of talking over a lot of them, but they're not really all that important. Him, I figured he would say something like that, so that's why I did want to save him. But so you can see, I believe this is the first time we actually have to face killer bees. I'm not 100% sure if we did actually have to face them with Jari Pika or not. But you know, if not, then this will be the first time. They're not that bad, you know, they're about as bad as they were in the level, so if you'd have trouble with them in the level, you'll definitely have trouble here, you know, with them here. The best thing I can say is just try to keep your distance, take out the frights and the Dark Master, and then focus on them. Remember to treat them like any other aerial enemy. You can bounce off of them to attack them. You'll have to use either try to get your biggest attacks, you know, your biggest combos on them, or try to back them into a corner, as I just did, and hurt them that way by also, you know, by using your biggest attacks. Or you know, you can also stun them to take them out. But while you are fighting the killer bees, you do want to watch for your. Okay, so there are more frights. You do want to watch out for your health gauge. That will definitely, especially fighting killer bees, red or yellow, they will definitely drop pretty fast. Yeah, yellow a little bit more than red, but you still do want to be very careful of, you know, killer bees in general, as well as not too much frights. But if there is a Dark Master, or if there's an electric Dark Master, or a fire dart, or a flame master, you definitely want to watch out while you are going on. Just try to, you know, you don't want to collect all the rings right off the bat, but you definitely don't want to waste. You definitely don't want to get your health critically low, where it's where it's dangerous to not go after the rings. So I would definitely say just try to run through a line of rings. You know, maybe not with that amount of health, but you know, you got to get my point. If you do, however, get a game over, I believe or if you do lose your, you know, die while doing these missions, all it will do is just ask you if you want to restart, and then you'll just have to restart from the beginning. Not that hard, but especially on some of the tougher fights, like, you know, this isn't that bad of a fight, but the killer bees or the aerial enemies definitely make it a lot harder than it actually is. Especially because Sonic really doesn't have too many actually useful aerial attacks. You know, he's got a few, but the aerial attacks don't seem to register all that much. Don't forget to use your shield, you know, every once in a while. That'll definitely help you out. And as I've said before, if you do have a killer bee or a master of any kind, you can always use your the critical attack to kill them immediately. So that should. Oh, okay. So this is actually classified as level 1. So didn't see what we got, but I'll go ahead and focus on strength now. And that should be the ultimate Were Knuckle Sandwich, I believe. But I'll go ahead and take a look really quickly while I'm waiting, or before I go to Adabat, because we don't have to do Hello Sky. huh? What am I doing here? You saved Shuifan. Because I didn't have to do Holoska, I skipped to Suifan, or Shui, I guess Shuifan, who's in Chennai, classified as number 9. I don't know, really. We'll take a look at this really quickly. Skills. Unleashed knuckle sandwich. So triangle, triangle, square, square, triangle, triangle, square, square. Knuckle sandwich combo. Triangle, triangle, square, square, triangle, triangle is what you get for actually getting to level 30. Level 31 is unleashed knuckle sandwich. So we got all the moves. There is nothing else that we can gain from the combo category. So that you definitely want to do something like, well, I guess I'm right here. You definitely want to do something like strength or life after if you've kind of been doing what I've the way I've been doing it. You definitely want to try and go for strength or life. I would suggest try to keep your life up as well. You know, I haven't really died because of getting beat up all that much, but you definitely want to be mindful of it and just try to keep it. Try to at least go to level 5 with your life. That'll definitely level 5, level 6. That'll definitely help you out going into places like Jungle Joyride, Robotnik or Eggman Land, even Shamar. That'll definitely help you out going through that side section. Doing that first will definitely help you out. So you can see a kid who wants to be a singer and his rug-making father there during the day. They are a mission that I will talk to again, and he complains about it being hot. I believe I already talked to him, and part 15 or 14 or 15. I'll throw up something on the video to tell you when I actually did talk to him, but he complains about it being hot, too hot to drink tea, that he wants to actually, I believe, have iced coffee or something. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll just, like I said, I'll throw something. I should have thrown something up about which video it is, and and probably what he actually said. I'll try to do that as well. But so you can actually throw the killer bees. They're not that important to try and go after the critical attack on. Wow. Of course, going after the critical attack with any enemies is important, but it's not all that important with the bees because they are such a pain to deal with. That if you do pick one up, by mistake, I definitely suggest go ahead and just throwing him. Add another enemy, add another killer bee. Just whatever you can throw him at. That'll definitely help you out. There are different throwing abilities that I really haven't shown off. Well, I guess there's only about 2, to be quite honest. One where you throw them, and one where you spin around and throw the enemies, which is they're both useful. Especially if you can get into a crowd of enemies. You can throw the you can throw, you can spin around in a little crowd of like Rexes or something, and that'll definitely help you out. So you have an Electric Master over here, and this one isn't too hard, but it seems to be mostly primarily based around flying enemies, which, as I've said before, not all that great, quite honestly, to have just flying enemies, but it isn't as bad as it could have been. I believe that was the 4 triangle in the X oh crap, move. Ah, man. Alright, we'll just kill him. Ouch. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess maybe I'm not doing it enough. Probably that's what it is. But anyway, wasting too much time with the different combos. That is something you definitely want to not do. Just pick a set of combos that you're used to doing, you know, like the kicks or the cartwheel, and just focus with that. That you'll definitely kill a lot more enemies that way than trying to experiment, especially if you are low on time. You definitely don't want to be doing too much experimenting. So we only have one more in Atabat, and he is classified as level 12, which is the strongest and hardest. You can see I have my level up to my life level up to 5. I would definitely say 6 or 7 wouldn't be too bad of an area to stop at, and then focus on something like strength or your combo moves or your combo list. But yes, so Saeed, the Chai guy. My mind suddenly seems so clear now. Now I can once more experience the wonderful world of Chai. So he is the T guy, and we have to, which he has a mission that I'll be doing in Part 20, as I said, you know, I'll be doing the mission character, the mission NPCs then, but he is classified as level 10. Med School Charles, which is in Empire City. You actually go to him and be able to do his thing by unlocking, or as soon as you unlock Empire City. But he is classified as level 11, and Nagi, who is an Atabat, is classified as level 12. To unlock him, or to be able to play him, you have to clear Jungle Joyride Night Stage. But he isn't that, you know, he isn't, which isn't all that difficult to do. But Nagi, let's see, are you Nagi? Nagi, the other day I broke a dish on purpose. All the stuff I gotta help out with is a drag. What should I do next? Okay. So we will exercise him. I don't believe there is kind of a set range you have to be able to access the camera. I don't believe you can actually just take a picture. You can't take a picture of anything using the uncanny camera, and I do not believe you can actually waste flashes. I will give that a try though, to see whether you can do that or not. You can see we have 5 minutes to defeat 40 enemies. Little Rexes here to start off with. Now this would be a good time to use the spinning move while holding an enemy in this group of like little Rexes here. I do not believe you can actually grab little Rexes and use them to throw stuff, you know, to be able to throw them around you. Or you can actually pick them up and throw them, but I do not believe you can actually hold them and spin them around. And it is actually, oh crap, not that easy to actually try to pick up an enemy or throw them. They have to be pretty weak or stunned to be able to do that, and that's not that easy to actually stun them or get them to the area where you can actually attack them. So that is the Trophy Combo King. I believe all you have to do is just do 100 combos, or maybe it's 99 combos. I'll also show off the trophy list in the wrap-up video, and I'll throw up. I should have already thrown up something there talking about that trophy, but you know, there are different trophies. You know, Ringleader, I believe I got that one, which is collect 1,000 rings. Actually, I believe I got that off camera. If you noticed, I have about 4,000 rings. I'm gonna need those to do a few other side things. Try to get all the souvenirs, which once they get to a point, they're not 100 anymore, because you have to buy them from Wintos, the traveling salesman with the Chow puppet on his hand. And he does not. His souvenirs are not cheap, so you do want to try to make sure you collect a lot of rings while going into there, and especially if you want to try to go after the food. Try to become friends with Chip, or just, I don't believe you actually have to eat all the food yourself, but if you do want to give all the food to Chips to be his friend. Wow, I'm surprised he's actually alive and he didn't actually try to come after me. but to go after all of the food for Chip, you definitely want to try and upgrade, or to collect as many rings as possible. And a good level is Spagonia. That's where I've been doing. I've just been replaying the entrance stage to Spagonia, which you can collect 160 rings on the overworld, but, without going down into the sewer. But to go into the sewer, you have to change into a werehog to be able to go down in there. I believe you can, and I believe you can get out as Daytime Sonic, but that's just more of a hassle. It's actually, it is actually just easier to go ahead and collect the... Wow, there's actually one extra enemy. That's odd. Huh. Okay, well, I ain't gonna complain, but yeah, you can collect about 166 in the Spagonia entrance stage, and then you can go into the Spagonia day level, rooftop run, day stage, and you can collect close to 900, if not a little bit over. If you mess around and look around, you can collect more rings, but if you just go along one set path and try to collect as many rings as possible, you can collect well over 900 rings. While my head feels a lot clearer, I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. You saved Nagi, so he was the hardest. But the rings that definitely will help you out. Get on the Exorcist bandwagon. So that's just exercise all of the people that are needed. That is a bronze trophy. That is the lowest trophy of the PSN trophies. And I guess I'll go ahead and just take a look here instead of throwing that thing up on the screen. Let's see. Pretty low down. Get on the Exorcist bandwagon. Ringleader, collect 5,000 total rings. Knockout Brawler, defeat 1,000 enemies. I believe I had done that already. I think I did that early. Achieve 10,000 total combos. Wow. Okay, so that definitely will tell you that you need to do a lot of combos. About 42. Oh. Time. Oh, wow, yeah, this is 42 minutes. Okay, I didn't think this was going to be a really long video. Okay, so that's all the exorcisms that you can do. 12. Remember, the first one's story-related. The second is Ice Cream Man Apatos. The third is the Elder Gregorios Apatos. The fourth is Samar Apatos, done after going into Shamar for the first time. 5 is Barber Spagonia, done after getting the first... by finishing the first one. Ada Spagonia, done available after completing the first exorcism. Kwame Missouri, done after getting the first. I believe actually that's done after getting the Uncanny Camera. Jari Pika, unlock Haloska. Shuifan, unlock Chunan. Saeed Shamar, unlock available after entering Shamar. Med School Student Charles, available after unlocking Empire City. And Nagi, available after clearing Jungle Joyride. So, anyway, I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many enemies did I defeat in all 12, well, out of all of the exorcisms that I did. I believe, one, out of the 8 exorcisms that I did, how many enemies did I defeat in total? I thank you for watching. In part 20, we will be doing the NPC story characters, so until then, later everyone.